Hi everyone. Keep getting questions about ultraviolet curing resin and the lamps that I use for them. I know a couple of them have featured in quite a few of my videos, and I've got this new one here as well. Thought I'd give you a quick walk through. Now, I find there's three different ways I tend to use the lights. So hence I've got three different designs. I've actually got loads of different lights. I've got torches, I've got a lot of the nail art curing ones, all sorts, but these three are my go-tos. Now this one is brand new and I'll tell you why I bought this in a moment. Now the one that you will have seen a lot appearing like this just in the corner of my videos, I think I've shown it a few times in its entirety. It's on a big clip. As you can see, it's only got one little bulb in there, but look how bright that is, and it's surprisingly powerful. You can set it, you can turn it down. I don't think if the camera's really picking that up, but it's the more times you click the button, it changes intensity. Now the beauty of this is, of course, I can clip this onto the side of the desk or a tray or whatever I'm working on, bend it about, point it at whatever thing it is that I'm working on, and leave it. It is really powerful. It cures in about half the time it takes to cure things with the normal nail art ones. I'm finding sort of like 30 seconds some things are curing in. Others take a bit longer, but yeah, that one I think is possibly my favourite of all of my ultraviolet lights. And I leave it stuck there on the edge of my desk constantly. This next one, which has made a couple of appearances in my videos, is a slightly more industrial looking one, and it is, I think, was designed for curing 3D printing or something. Now you could screw it onto a gantry of some sort to hold it up, hang it up over your work. I tend to just hook mine up over the little thing that's holding my camera here. But as you can see, it's got this little tiny LED panel in here. I think they're LED. I think that's the right term for them. And it magnifies. Now you'll see how bright this is. It does only have one brightness setting, this one, but yeah, bright. And that one I use because you can hang it up above or just hold it above. So I use it for when I've got like a load of bits and pieces, and I just want to create a big area of UV to cure a whole load of things at once. It's also quite handy when I've cured things quickly with the pinpoint lamp one, the clip-on lamp. If I just want to give a final finishing rest under a UV light, really, to get rid of any residual stickiness. So it's very good for that sort of thing. Now I can't find a link for this. I'll put your links for the others into the comments, into the description rather, below, so you can get hold of these things, but I can't actually find this particular one anymore. I was thinking to buy the one that I found instead though, which has got a lot more lights and just looks a bit more substantial. So I might be getting that one soon. I'll put you the link for that one because I think that one is going to be a good upgrade on this. So that's what I do with that one for bigger areas. So we've got one for little tiny, focusing on things, and I've got that one for bigger areas. Now this one is a nail art one, and this is new. I've got quite a few nail art ones. Things to say about the nail art ones is that, let's zoom them out a bit, there we go. A lot of them have got a base, so you need to put your hands inside and you've got a base underneath and the light over the top. Those are obviously perfect for nails, but the problem you've got is that if you've got a runny piece of something you've made with your ultraviolet resin, you've then got to try and sort of pick it up and move it without tipping it and spilling it inside this cave of a light. So I don't use those. I found that far too fiddly. Now there's a whole load of ones that just sit over the top. They're like a top half of a clamshell. Now those make sense because you can just sit them over whatever your creations are, and again they'll cure things really nicely. This one though, I found a couple of days ago and couldn't resist it and just ordered it because this is clever. It feels cheap and plasticky. It sounds cheap and plasticky. It was cheap. I'll put you the link for it. Now the reason I bought it is because it does that. As you can see, it's got a nice row of lights around, lights around each side. It is powerful, but it turn on when it's upside down. Yeah. Ooh, it goes off when you turn it over. Isn't that clever? So you don't blind yourself. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. It's because it's upside down. Anyway, yes, so you've got this nice big bank of lights, so it knows, you know, that's going to give you a good spread. Now the thing is, if you wanted to get your light to wrap around the things that you're curing, then obviously you can turn this out as far as you want, and you've got no problem with how far, you know, if you've wanted to put things under both sides, you can see what they're doing. There we go, I'll just turn it on. You can see what they're doing. It seems to have a sensor. Didn't know that. No? Oh, that was odd. How it seemed to know when I was there. Yeah, anyway, no. Just switch it on. It's got a timer, so it goes up to 90 seconds. But yeah, my thoughts were I could put my things in there, I could sit this over them, and I can see what's going on. And of course, if I just wanted to make a more intense patch over it, I could do that. I am actually considering sticking some little mirror tiles or something reflective around here as well. But yeah, cheap as chips. So that's going to be very handy for some things as well. I've got the three choices. I've got the one for doing really big areas with a gentle overall UV. I've got my clip-on one, which does the finer spots, so for making some things like I make like beads and the little fairy lights. It's ideal for that because you want a very focused narrow beam of light. And then this, well, I think will be very handy for when, say, I've got a whole tray of beads to do at once, or you know, anything that needs a bit of a bigger area, but I need to be able to see what's going on. And I just thought that was clever and cheap. So anyway, those are the three UV lights that I regularly use. So I hope that answers the questions that people have. I would say if you're just starting out with UV resin, the Lex Resin, probably other brands too, but I know Lex Resin do a really nice little starter kit that has one of the little like nail art lights that just sits over things. A lot of resin artists just use those, and they're really good, and they fold down for storage. And yeah, those starter kits come with a little rubber mat, the little light, and the bottles of resin, so you're well away with one of those. But if you get as you want to do quite a lot more, and that one little lamp isn't quite going to tick the box for every fiddly little job that you do, well, I found, having wasted a fortune on loads of different lamps, these three, well certainly these two, and something like this are the way to go. And I think, I haven't tried it yet, but I think that is going to tick all my boxes for the sort of in between when I want a condensed area of light. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so I hope that was helpful. Just a quick overview of my lamps. Now, if you found this useful, then please let me know, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do, because then I can let you know easily when I've got more videos coming up that you might find useful too. Also, if you remember, this video was done off the back of some questions I've been getting about the lamps. So if you would like to know about any of the other equipment that I use and would like me to just do a video specifically about a particular item or product or whatever, just shout up, because I'm more than happy to share everything with you. I don't want to assume that everybody knows everything about everything, because who the heck does? So yeah, let me know if you want me to do any sort of quick walkthroughs of anything else. Thanks again then, folks, and I'll see you for the next video.